All right, we're here at the right place and the right time, and I'll explain that. This is the third week in July, and the person we want to talk to about has a great connection with that week. And we're in the Czech Cultural Garden, and the person we're talking about is of Czech heritage. So today we're talking with Judge Ralph J. Perk Jr., known to his friends as Rocky. But we're going to talk about your dad, Rocky, Mayor Ralph J. Perk. And Mayor Perk is remembered for many things. He's a visionary. Probably his ideas about regionalism were way ahead of its time. The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, the Regional Transit Authority, the things he did with Vicente Plaza and all. But today let's talk about some of his work with the ethnic communities. As a kid, I remember going to the All Nations Festival. Tell us about the All Nations Festival. Do you remember that?
That was a great achievement of the administration and my father and the American Nationalities Movement, wherein they brought the various nationalities together in a great festival every year to honor each of the individual leaders and to show the whole community the greatness of each nationality.
That was really my first exposure to the ethnic diversity of Cleveland. We'd go down, and basically as kids we went down for the food and the music and the colorful costumes and all, but we were soaking in the concept of the ethnic diversity that made up Cleveland. Now, of course, we're here in the Czech Garden, and your father is of Czech heritage, but he was attuned to all the different ethnic groups, and really the driving force behind something called the American Nationalities Movement. What's the ANM?
The American Nationalities Movement is an organization that was designed to promote each nationality, to help them, help assist them in whatever they need, whether it's with government or other nationalities, other problems they may have. And the joining together of all the nationalities, the leadership of all nationalities, amplifies, therefore, the voice of one particular nationality, and therefore they can be better heard. And most recently, we worked to help Ukraine be recognized by the United States government, the problems of Ukraine, Ukrainians who are here in America. And we got the senators and the president moving in that direction. Of course, initially it was designed to bring light and help the nations that were under captive nations under the thumb of the Soviet Union. And basically just to get together to amplify the voice of any nationality that needs amplification.
So Mayor Ralph Perk, before he was mayor, what was 1959, I believe, helped start this American Nationalities Movement, and then used connections to actually encourage, convince President Eisenhower to commemorate the third week of July as Captive Nations Week in the U.S. Is that correct?
That's about it, although at that time in the 50s, Cleveland was very ethnically and nationality oriented. Our representatives, such as Charlie Vanek and Frank Lausche, were very close to the communities, and it was the collaboration between those and others that wanted to get the resolution passed that Eisenhower could designate Captive Nations Week. And they could use that as a jumping point each year to highlight the problems of the captive nations and to kind of force and assist leaders in moving towards their freedom.
So the late great Mayor Ralph Perk was the first head of the American Nationalities Movement here in Cleveland. He was succeeded by the legendary Irene Morrow, and now continued with his son, Judge Ralph Perk Jr. So the three of you, not coincidentally, are members of the Cleveland International Hall of Fame. And I have to point out that, Judge, you and your father are the only family members in the 11-year history of the Hall of Fame who are two people from the same family who have been inducted. And we'll cover you in a different interview, but today it's obvious, it's easy to see why your father, Mayor Ralph J. Perk, was inducted into the Cleveland International Hall of Fame.
Well, I know he would be honored by that induction. And of course, as you mentioned, Irene Morrow, she was a leader in the community for the whole time, I think, starting from the 60s.
So thanks for your work in continuing this important project, and we'll talk to you soon.